I know jumping on, late at night, but I mean,
Hmm.
it's kind of your forte anyway, or at least.
Right.
So we jump straight into the rapid fire questions. Describe your personality in one word. Mm.
Ooh, making me think. Ooh, and one word?
And one word. What you got? Ain't no right or
Ooh,
wrong. Come on, you got something. And then you got about eight of them in your head right now.
I don't.
Oh, really?
I took a nap, and so I'm kind of like still waking up. Let's come back to that.
All right, we come
It's
back to
sad that I can't answer.
it.
I can't just, it's not just one word.
All
I'm
right.
like I don't know.
Geez, I don't know. All right. Meet aliens or speak to ghosts.
Speak to ghosts,
Well, what's your current age?
40 something,
Say what? 40 something. Um, as of today, like right now, what are you top 1,000 at in the world?
acting,
Like pull over hoodie or zip up hoodie?
pull over.
Tequila or whiskey?
Ooh. Right now, I'm into tequila.
No. And then last but not least, increase creativity or increase intellect.
Increase creativity.
All right, yeah, cool, cool. All right, we going back to the one word personality. Describe that personality in one word.
A brookie,
You said a rookie.
brookie, a brownie and a cookie. Your two favorite things together.
All right. So you found a way to put two things in. No, that's good. All right, cool, cool. What it's been like, what is it, 14, 15 years since we,
Yes.
well, when was that? Like 2010, 11?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, since we wrapped you up in the carpet, threw you in the river.
Yeah. People still hit me up and like, saw you
I
on
know
the
it's
show.
like some of those shows I did, I forgot I even done or I did, or I like just never seen them. You just record them and you don't really kind of see
Hmm.
them. People still send like screenshots. Hey, this you? This you?
Yeah. Oh, my mama said she saw you.
I know.
Uh-huh.
No, that's crazy. But yeah. So I guess with that, I see for with you've been doing your own thing. How's acting? Are you still auditioning? Are you still doing things on that side? Or are you still focusing more on like your production and what and your shows that you putting out?
Ooh, so when it comes to what I'm actually doing, I am creating my own content because now I feel like building a brand and building a following is you have to do that if you want certain auditions or if you want to get the attention of certain people, certain casting directors, agents, whatever. But I am auditioning. It's like in peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
Like I have an audition in like a couple of weeks, but then all of a sudden I'll get like two auditions every week for a month, and then they'll
Yeah.
die down. So
Are they all in like the Nashville area, or are you traveling? Like you traveling to go to these auditions?
I have been given auditions where, it's shooting in the Carolinas, Louisiana, stuff like that. But for the majority, it's like Nashville or Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay. Is Knoxville? Does Knoxville still do a lot of stuff, or that's still more with the
Like the stuff
reality
we
TV?
did, I think so. I
No,
think
okay.
so. Like this girl I know, she just got and auditioned. Well, she got a part on Snap. I didn't know they were still doing that.
The Snap still around?
I guess so.
Dang, yeah, I didn't know that either.
Hmm.
Yeah, see that's like saying Fatal Attraction because we were the first season of Fatal
Yeah,
Attraction. We kind of like
yeah,
kicked off TV1
yeah,
at that time.
yeah.
It don't feel that long ago, but that's kind of crazy. Dang, I didn't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's wild. So I guess what are they like the casting folk or just the content? Are they looking at it more as like your new resume now? Is that like the new resume, or is it just want to see that you're following because they don't want to cast anybody that don't have just going to bring their community with them?
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but it does seem like, especially, like you said, we were like the first season of that show. I could see them like getting someone who has a following, like, oh, let's get Alvin because, he has a following and his people are going to tune in. I would do it that way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just assuming they would.
No, that's cool, cool. And you got your own thing, dating nightmares. Let's talk about that. Like, where, when are you filming? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's like the releases, or is it like scheduled releases, or is whenever? Like, like, well, what should we expect?
It's a schedule, but it's not as often as people would like. It's on my personal schedule. So right now I'm just like building the brand
Mhm.
and I have one episode out. I have 3 episodes in the can already. So I'm just trying to grow the momentum from this first episode and then from there, just keep releasing the episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm also looking for people to interview at the same time.
No, no, that's cool. And I saw you made a post about like past dating experience, and then it actually came true, or whatnot, or something like that. Was that kind of like
Right?
was that kind of like the inspiration of the show, or kind of like for the dating nightmares, or it just coincidental, or like
So, okay, so I was laid off last year
uh,
and I was in here and I was thinking, well, when I got laid off, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This means that I'm going to have more time to be creative. No, it sucked all the creativity out of me.
mm,
And I was feeling guilty. And I was in here, it was like 2 in the morning, and I had went out on a date. And it was all right. And then it was some kind of commercial for like a show. And I was like, man, a nightmare. What about a dating nightmare? And I was like, that's it. And so from there, I developed a show that was like last summer. So like June of last year, 2025.
yeah,
And so I just took my time to create it. I knew what I wanted it to feel like. I knew what I wanted it to look like as far as like, the interviews and how I wanted the colors and the using AI for the animation. Like I knew that I just had to take time to physically do it and
yeah.
execute it. So yeah, it was based on my own personal experiences.
No, that's what's up. Now, are you still doing everything? Like you still shooting, editing, and like you one woman shop?
Yeah, and that's like I can edit, but I don't really care for it. So
Yeah.
that's like the thing that gets me. But yeah, I shoot it. I just try to keep it as simple as possible. I started interviewing people that I know personally. So they came here in my home and we just hung out and they told me their story.
Mm,
And so now that I have like something to show people, I can be like, okay, I want to hear your story. So
mhm.
now I have a space where I can interview all kind of people. And so, yeah, I'm just really hoping for the best. And I want to expand to other cities. Like right now, this is Dating Nightmares Nashville.
Yeah.
I want to do in Atlanta,
You probably get a bunch in
Dallas.
Atlanta.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, get all the major hubs. No, that'd be what's up.
Yeah.
And I saw that. Did you get it on? You had like a little not necessarily advertisement, but you got like a shadow or like a little post on the news, the Nashville news there, or somewhere on TV, or what was that?
So the first episode of Dating Nightmares, I don't want to give too much away, but one of the people involved in the story was arrested and convicted of murder.
Mm,
And he's currently in prison. And it was on the news, it was in the newspaper. It's about 10 years ago.
yeah, no, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's
I have
wild.
another crazy episode coming too.
What'd you say?
I have another crazy episode coming too.
Yeah, how you find the people like or
I know. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Well, I'll say it. Yeah, I know these people personally.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So and I guess like when once you start to expand, like, are you put like, are you gonna put fillers out or something or reach out? Because I mean, eventually that well run dry. You have to. I mean, it's probably some folk outside of your network that got even way more crazier stories. So,
Yeah. So, a good friend of mine, she has a space and she's going to let me use it to
mhm.
film future episodes. So I won't have to keep bringing people to my home. I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to bring strangers to my home.
yeah.
But I've been putting out feelers as far as like, some of the Facebook dating groups.
Oh
That's
yeah, you
that's
probably
yeah, yeah.
you
That's
probably
my
you
that's
probably
my
get some good
strategy
looks on
right
there.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that makes sense. Now, when
Mhm.
I guess even though these people though, like they still come into your home. You still be like saging and doing all that stuff when they come in with the
Yeah.
different energies or when they leave or whatever or whatnot. Like
Well, these the people I've interviewed so far, like these are good people that I know.
yeah,
And I feel very fortunate that they trusted me enough to tell me and be vulnerable enough to tell me their stories. Because it's not, but yeah, no, I don't have to sage after them because these are people that I know, they're good people. But when I start getting outside and filming and
yeah.
shooting, I probably will.
Yeah. How long you really been on? Because when we first met, at least you weren't really too vocal about it. But like now, I know. See you post a lot of stuff about like the paranormal stuff and like like you had something about antique. If you shop at antique shops or good or thrift stores, which was a good post. I never really. I mean, you see it on scary movies or just different things like that, but you don't really think about it when you go like to Goodwill and you get something. But like, how long have you been on that, or like, or was there like, what was the trigger for you to kind of go down that space, or was it always just like that?
Since I was a child, I
Mhm.
think starting when I was like in the second or third grade, I
Yeah.
have an aunt and I have a younger cousin, and I'll never forget, my younger cousin, she gave me she was reading this book about candle magic, and I'm like, what is that? And we were just hanging out and I was reading. She's like, yeah, you can have it if you want. And I think she got it from my aunt. And so as I grew older, the women in my family and also on my father's side have had experiences directly or indirectly with the spirit world. And
Mhm.
so it's just, and I would have experiences growing up myself, seeing things, hearing things, having dreams that came true. And as I
Yeah.
got older, especially now, my mom was like, yeah, I did that too. Or your grandmama did it too. And my daddy, he's like, yeah, I used to see a ghost all the time of so and so. So in my family, it's nothing out of the ordinary. And I had an uncle who passed away a couple of years ago. He was a very well-known pastor, preacher in Indiana, and he was known to cast out demons, and he was kind of like a demonologist.
Oh,
Like he
okay.
was very
Like
well versed.
exorcist slash demonologist type,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exorcistus or whatever it is.
So
Yeah,
it's
no.
it's always been around me. And he was a really well-known uh pastor. He had his own church. And at his funeral, I remember this guy talking about stories where he could see the demon in someone and, cast it out. It's just something that's just always been there in
Yeah.
me.
So I mean, so that seemed like it's more of like a family thing, you know. I mean, but you do
Yeah.
see that a lot. Like a lot of it's normally the people that are like good at it or have those reoccurring or just know, it's normally like passed down or it's a lineage or a linkage there with throughout the family. Then you got some people that don't have anything or don't, what I'm saying, or some don't even believe they don't have anything or they don't know. So it's kind of, but no, that is pretty interesting
Yeah, like
because
my mom, I remember like one of the earliest memories I have was John Lennon from the Beatles.
yeah, John Lennon.
He was killed on the day I was born. And I remember she was like a few days before that, she had a dream, like a random dream that he was shot and killed. And I
Mhm.
think the same thing happened with Marvin Gaye.
Yeah,
Like she had the same dream, and a few days later, it happened. And I've had a couple of situations like that myself. Not to that extreme, but like, just in my personal life.
yeah, kind of like a mild foreshadowing of
Yeah.
events or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, so how often, I mean, I know, is it anything that you practice or just more so like a research, like you just kind of stay on top of things, bringing awareness, or is it like how when you get off work, like, and you're not filming, like how deep do you get into it, or is it more so just like I just
Like,
know these things?
um, I definitely do protection work on myself, my friends, my family, my neighborhood, here lately, the country itself, just trying to, protect us. I always say, burn your black candles on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So just knowing what I know, you really need to stay prayed up and spiritually protected. So a part of, I feel like my purpose is to, okay, yeah, protect myself. I can ask for money, I can ask for luck, but I need to do that for my friends like you and your family, my family. I want everyone around me to be safe and to be happy and living in abundance. So I think that's what it's not really talked about in the spiritual community. Like, okay, if God is going to give you this, then it's your responsibility to share that
Yeah.
with people. So that's what I try to practice.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of pushback from the religious community?
Of
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
course. People like they stop following me, unfriend me on Facebook. People that I've known,
yeah,
for some years. And it kind of sucks because it doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It doesn't mean that I'm like sacrificing
yeah,
and, worshiping the devil or anything
yeah,
like that. It's just that my spiritual beliefs are like very, it's expensive. Like
yeah,
it's just not, what you learn in church. Because I grew up in the church. I grew up in a family of preachers. So it's more than what you learn in church. It's your relationship with God. And if you really pay attention to God, He's going to tell you and show you this is your purpose. This is the talent that I gave you. I want you to use your talent to do this, or I want this gift that you have to help people. So that's just what I try to do. And ever since I've had that kind of mindset, my life has been going really, really good. Not that it was bad before,
Yeah,
but I'm more grounded, I'm more focused. When things go left, I try not to worry about it because I know that it's going to work out,
yeah.
and it does.
No, that's good, good. And I guess to that point, well, kind of moving on from like the religious part of it, but just like just people in general, like I I guess when people, I don't know if they come to you or not, but like how do you tell if people are just like being paranoid or how you know if it's like real or not? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people say they see things or something, but or you know what I'm saying, or it's not really nothing, or they actually will. You don't want to be dismissive. Like, do you come across that any, or is it more valid than most, or like how do you know? Like, what's your like BS filter on that, or
It's
something?
a lot. It's a lot of fake stuff on social media when it comes to the paranormal. And I have a playlist on my YouTube channel where, myself or me and a friend will look at a group of videos, ghost videos, and say, is this real or fake? Is this too real or too fake? And a lot of it, in my opinion, is fake.
Yeah,
There are some real videos, but I come from, okay, let me try to explain this with science or logic before I immediately go to, oh, this is a ghost or this is paranormal. No, it's the glare from the camera.
yeah,
Or, it's that's no, that's the wind outside, it's or that's a shadow. So, but it's a lot of fakes out there.
yeah. No, I mean, I bet because it's so easy, like especially from a video standpoint, or just even telling
Hmm.
stories. Like you can just say all you need is a couple people to believe and run with it. And well, what do you think about some of like the TV shows? Like what was it, Ghost Hunters or something that was real popular? Like what was that?
Yeah.
Was that legit stuff to you, or was it?
Ghost Event. I did watch Ghost Hunters. I also watched Adventures
Mhm.
with Zach Bagans. Um, some shows like they're so dramatic and sensational, like they make you believe it,
Yeah,
and not saying that these locations are not haunted, but I feel like if they don't capture anything on camera, then you're just being dramatic and sensational. That's
yeah.
how I look at it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would
It's
like
just from an
to,
entertainment standpoint.
yeah, like I would really like to start doing my own investigations. And I actually did one a few months back. I just haven't posted it. But what I saw, what I experienced, I really believed that it was paranormal. But I wasn't like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like it's like, okay, that's cool. But that's
Oh,
just me.
yeah, man, it's just me. You mentioned like haunted spots. Do you still, or I don't know if you ever did. I know a lot of people kind of grew up religious. They were kind of turned off by it, or their parents didn't let them. But do you do like the haunted houses and stuff around Halloween, or like that? It,
I used to,
and all that. Do
yeah.
you have fun with it as well, or you kind of just look at
Yeah,
it as like, nah, you don't play with that or nothing, stuff like that?
I love stuff like that. I haven't
Mm.
been to a haunted house in a few years because they're so expensive
Oh yeah, them
and I
things
can never
crazy.
find people. Yeah, and I can never find people to go with me. But Halloween is like my favorite season.
Mm.
And at one point, I wanted my own haunted house. I wanted to build my own, have
Really?
my own attraction, but I can't do that right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
not right now. Is
Yeah,
there
but
like increased activity around Halloween or something, or is it it's just more so just to see like a man-made season kind of thing, or
that's a good question. Spiritually and astrologically, they say during that time because the sun is in Scorpio.
Mhm.
Scorpio is like the Hades or the hell of astrology. So when the sun is down there, it shines a light on the occult and things that happen in the underworld. So they say that, the veil is thin, as they say during that time.
Yeah,
So you're more prone to have activity. Yeah.
during Scorpio season? I'm a Scorpio.
Oh,
Well, water sign too. So it's funny it's
yeah.
associated with hell and water at the same time. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's like when they do that.
Money too. Money. Y'all know how to get some money. And every Scorpio woman that I know personally, she has a stash of money somewhere
Mm.
that she won't touch it. And don't
Yeah.
nobody know about it but me. And her few people in her inner circle. But yeah, y'all can get some money.
Hey, hey, by any
Yeah.
means.
Yes.
No, that's what's up. And I guess so with that, like what's I mean, you mentioned you did like your own kind of ghost hunt in a sense, or you kind of did your own investigation before, like, but what's like what's the scariest experience you had, I guess? And I mean, it was kind of like a two-part, like what's like the most like convincing or real one that you had, and then like what was like the most like oh man, like this actually had me kind of kind of shook a little bit.
Ooh. I told the story on my YouTube channel. So my very first, like, oh my God, what was that? When I was younger, I used to astro travel and I didn't know what I was doing. I just thought that everyone could do it. And
Yeah.
I would call it swimming. And so one time I did it, and this sounds so weird, I know, but it really
It's good.
happened. I went into my parents' closet and I saw they had my Christmas presents wrapped.
Yeah.
And so, I was like 6, 7 years old. And so when you're that young, you really can't process information like that. And so I woke up and I was like, what was that?
Hmm.
And so not thinking, I just, the next morning I went into my parents' closet to see, like, did I really see that?
Yeah.
And my mama called me. She was like, your Christmas present was in there. Get out of there. And I couldn't, now I can tell her, but I couldn't tell her, like, no, I saw this in my dream, or I was floating we had an apartment. I was floating in the apartment and I went in your closet and I saw these presents.
Yeah.
So, but it really happened. So that was like my first experience with like, wow. Um, And then I had a lot of experiences like that when I was younger. And
Yeah.
as I got older, I stopped because, you become aware and people tell you, don't do that. You shouldn't be doing that. That's the devil. You don't want to mess with that. But it
Yeah,
was just something.
you get conditioned. They condition you and brainwash
Yeah,
you. They put a lot of doubt and that
yeah.
muddies your
And so
abilities and stuff.
it did. And so it wasn't until recently where I was like, this is just me. I'm just going to be myself. Everyone else can be their self.
Yeah.
Why can't I be who I am?
Can you still do
They're
it?
going to talk about me anyway.
Can you still do like the astral projection or astral plane? Like,
No.
yeah. It- was
Mm-mm.
that like the last
Sure,
time,
I
or
could.
if you like actually kind
Did
of
what?
I said was that like the last time, like when you were more uh like that single digit age when you were like in the
Yeah,
yeah. I mean that's when we most I guess free or innocent,
yeah,
unconditioned from worldly agreements and laws and faiths and brainwashing and stuff, you know.
exactly. And I was trying to get back to that. And, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna be who I am. Like, I don't care if you think it's weird or not. And so my manifestations, I noticed in the last few years, it happens more because I've removed a lot of the noise from other people,
Yeah,
and that can be blocks and obstacles. So and when I was younger, that's when I was my most creative.
yeah,
So there's like a correlation between spiritual and being creative. And so I'm just trying to like get back to that
trying to tap,
vibration.
yeah, trying to tap into that frequency again,
Yeah,
or open that channel back up.
yeah,
I mean, apparently it's open more than most. I mean,
yeah.
with the stuff you do, from the creative side and
Hmm.
from, just
Hmm.
the experiences and the awareness of all the, you know, things classified as, paranormal or, ghostly or whatever you want to say. Um,
Yeah,
but no, like what's like for, I mean, you say like you do like protection. I don't know if you said protection spell or you said protection.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, protection spells. Like, well, like what's something that you think like everybody should at least have like in their house, or like kind of like an item or two. Some people, I know a lot of people that don't even a lot of people live by or swear by sage. Some people, have like the little minerals and rocks, like the quartz or the black torrentine, or I be butchering the names and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I know it, I just don't mean I see it like, yeah, let me get that, but I don't know, you got all the like apothecarians and stuff like, but like
Yeah.
what's something that like you think like even if you don't necessarily kind of follow or believe or just whatever it is that everybody should at least have like these items in the house.
The Bible.
Bible. First off, Bible.
And yeah, and if you would ask me this question a few years ago, I probably would have said some kind of crystal or sage but, and I don't mean any disrespect, but the Bible is basically an instruction manual from what I
Mhm.
believe.
Yeah,
And it helps you to form a strong relationship with God. And the Bible has instructions in it. And it also has passages and verses that if you meditate on those, it will raise your frequency to get that favor that you're looking for, get that money, get that protection. So just the Bible or whatever doctrine you use for whatever you believe in.
yeah. No, I mean, is it just having the Bible, or is it actually like studying or being actually in the Word, or is it like the physical Bible itself? Because I know
Um,
a lot of people believe like in the power of writing, just like writing stuff down, or
I
essentially
do
casting
too.
spells. So like just having that is almost equivalent to having a crystal or something, or
Yeah.
is it the actual like you need to be reading it, saying those spells, or those instructions and
Yeah.
then digesting it.
Well, yeah, and it is about forming a relationship. Um, repetition is cool, but when it comes to spells and, rituals and manifestations, you have to believe it. You
Yeah,
have to believe that it's already done. So if you believe that, you know, I just need to say it once. I just need to recite Isaiah 5:20 once.
yeah.
And that's it. That's the key that's gonna open what I need. And I say that on Tuesdays and Saturdays
And the
when I'm
black candles.
doing, yeah.
What's the significance of
So
the black candles? Like, what is it? Any black candles, or is it a certain kind of black wax or something, or like what's the?
it's just so The color black is about protection, it's about shielding, it's about strength, and it can also be about reversing. So if you feel like someone has did something to you spiritually, or you're under some kind of spiritual attack, you can use a black candle.
Mm,
You know, if you believe that your country is under attack, you can use a black candle to reverse that. I don't know, you can leave that out. You can edit that out. But yeah, and you really don't have to use a black candle. It's more about the intention and what you say and what you believe in your heart.
mm.
But yeah, Saturday is the day of Saturn, and the color black represents Saturn. And Tuesdays is the day of Mars, and Mars is represented by the color red or black. So it's
No,
it's just about intention. Like do everything with intention.
yeah, no, that's it. Do you are you big into like the I mean, this will make sense after I ask it, but are you big into like the like mirrors, like your thoughts on mirrors? Like a lot of people, some people scared. I met some people that's actually scared of mirrors. Some people think they're like portals, dimensions. Some people, trap souls. But only reason that
Yeah,
that came up when you said like casting spells and repetition, like the first thing I thought about was like when people, growing up was like saying Candyman or Bloody Mary in the mirror, like because it was repetitive and it was almost like casting a spell, but like, and then so I just
I,
wanted to
I
see.
still won't do that. No,
Yeah, I want it.
I'm not.
I think my kids, well, one of my kids asked me the other day, I was like, man, I ain't never did. I ain't want to find, like, whether it's true or not. I'm 40 years old and I ain't never do it. I ain't never doing
Right.
it.
Because here in Tennessee, they have the Bell Witch, and supposedly, like, if you do that in the mirror, I forgot what you say, she'll appear. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
No.
I don't need them kind of problem. Those
But
potential.
some people do believe that mirrors are portals. That's why in some faiths or religions or whatever, when someone dies, they make sure to cover the mirrors
Yeah,
so they won't get lost. Yeah.
or this like the soul get trapped in it or something like that. Seeing different things like that. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
that was always an interesting thing because I mean mirrors can be pretty I mean, they can be pretty manipulative or funky, like just depending on how it's
Mhm.
curved, depending on like you say, like I mean,
Well,
but it,
personally, she built her own
who
portal out of a mirror.
who did?
Mhm.
No, I said who did? Who'd you say?
A good friend of mine,
Oh,
she's actually one of my mentors. She lives out in Colorado, and she's really good at what she does. And she created her own portal using a
really?
mirror.
Like, did she need to have another mirror like on the other side or wherever it's connected to, or like how? I mean, did you ever talk to her about it, like to get into it?
No, I don't know how I just saw the mirror, and she has like all these beautiful crystals around the mirror. Crystals are amplifiers.
Mm.
And so, yeah, she has the crystals all around the mirror. And I've talked to her, like, she has a YouTube channel, and she also has like a little private Facebook group. And you can always see something or hear something in
Oh,
her
really?
videos. Like it's a private group. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah. How'd you meet her? You grew up with her, or you just kind of met her through like one of the groups or something, or
Facebook.
Facebook? Yeah.
We're around the same age, but yeah. So just like following her, she's a couple of years older than me, but just following her and she's one of the people that like made me feel comfortable being this way. And
Yeah.
she taught me a lot. She kind of like put that groundwork into, me studying and researching and stuff like that.
Do you get to talk about it much? Like, in face to face, or is it mostly like people online? Because there's not many people in your.
Sometimes face to face. I have another good friend. She's 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 psychic. She can see, dead people, and she's also a Reiki healer,
What's that?
and I've gotten
Ray K.
that from her. Reiki.
Yeah,
It's
what's that?
energy. When I was going through my dark night of the soul, you can have like energy in your body that's trapped emotions, trapped trauma. And so
Mm,
someone like her, she can pull it out.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It can. Does it work the opposite way too? Can she put it in?
Yeah.
No, yeah, okay. That's a bad woman. You
Mhm.
say you can do that now too, or you can do that now, or you.
No, I haven't gotten that deep into my gifts. I don't know, like, I don't know. I'm just more focused on my creativity right now.
Yeah.
But I wish, like, I know someone, um, he does the same thing, but he can like repair like muscles and joints in your body doing that.
Mm,
Like that's people like that that are like really spiritually gifted. Like I don't know if I have that gift,
yeah.
but yeah, I like to talk to people like that and learn from them.
No, that's a. Do you look for? I guess. Do you look for that in people, like when you looking to like date and stuff like that, or do you look for them to like if we went out, we just met like right now, we was going on a date, like how long you waiting before you like bust this out on me? Just or you gonna do it the first night just to see if it's worth going on, or are you gonna wait a little bit?
Usually, so I can like feel now if this is someone that I should entertain or not.
Oh, yeah.
And most of the time, it's a feeling, and I'm like, no,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
no,
Yeah, I'm good. Gonna let
yeah,
that
I'm
one
good.
pass. Yeah, I mean, because like you said, I
I'm
mean,
good.
that's something. I mean, everything can be smooth, and then you say something like that, and they be like, they don't know how to handle it, or they may not be in that mind space to kind of openly receive,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
don't. Yeah, I really just want men to just, get to know me for me.
Yeah,
But most of the men that I meet, they're either following me on Instagram or Facebook, so they already have their questions,
yeah,
but I try not to focus on that. Like, forget all of that. Like, get to know me. Let me
yeah.
get to know you.
Nah, yeah. I'm about to say 'cause that probably be, I mean, some people to be caught off guard, or but like you say, if most of them kind of have some idea, especially from an online presence, they already know, in a sense.
Yeah, and then like some dudes are like basically they couldn't date somebody like me because, can't nobody lie to you or you gonna have a dream and see something. And I'm like, well, yeah, but why would
They
you try to like
they,
manipulate
they
me or hurt
intimidated.
me?
They
Right.
scared. Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
all that is. That's all
Yeah.
that's what that boiled down to. No, that's cool. All right. Well, no, I'm gonna do the last three questions. I mean, they still can kind of go off into other ways too, but just kind of start with the last three questions, because they normally spur up something else. But I mean, also can be conversations around them too. But the first one is what like today, like what do you resist that you know is good for you? Like it could be like a habit, it could be something you need to do, or it could be thoughts. Like what's something that you resist or just don't do that it's like, man, if I did this, it'd be beneficial.
Now being too hard on myself, trying to be perfect.
Mm. So you resist giving yourself grace. I guess.
Yeah.
She said, yeah. She's like, yeah. Like, well, I mean, I guess like, what's the? Is it more so like, what's the hard part, or not? It may not even be hard. It may just be something you don't do. Is it like the perfectionism in you, or is it like,
That inner, it's that inner conversation,
mm,
like, this ain't gonna work. This you can't do that. It's don't even nobody's gonna watch this.
yeah,
Nobody's paying attention to you. And so I really have to like train my mind to not do that.
yeah,
And when I have those thoughts, I have to train myself to counteract it with something positive, like, girl, shut the hell up. You can do this. You can do
yeah.
anything. You know. Look at this person. Look, they're not talent, they're not any more talented than you. You can do it, you know. So just that stopping that negative self-talk.
Yeah. I mean, that's a problem with a lot of stuff. Like, the only I handle that like by being just spontaneous. Like even with the podcast, like I was people was telling me, "Hey, you need a podcast. You need to do this, da da da." Then I was like, when I actually thought about it, like, yeah, I can do that. It was just more so. I mean, it was toward the end of, when everybody was home from break. It was around Thanksgiving, Christmas time. Just like, all right, I'm gonna drop the first podcast on the first Tuesday of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I'll get everything situated as we go. Like, but if I try to like, oh, I need to get the mic, I need to get this set up, I need to do this, I need to get the recording
Right.
platform. To
Trying to
your
be
point,
perfect.
trying to be perfect. It's gonna be paralysis through analysis, or you're not gonna ever do it, or it's gonna be June because there's always gonna be something to come up that you can push it to the side. Oh well, the kids got to go do this. So I'm like, anytime I have like the idea, I just be real spontaneous about it, where I don't even have that time to even, oh man, what if this? Now ain't nobody gonna watch it. Ain't nobody. You only got two views, just whatever. So just be like, boom, do it,
Yeah.
done. I'm out there now. Got to keep going. Or
Right. I'm here now. That's a good idea. Just be spontaneous and whatever happens, happens. That's a good idea. But it's hard for me to do that because it's like I know how I want this to look.
Yeah.
And if it don't look that way, then I get discouraged.
No. But no,
But
I
I
mean
don't,
that's common. But I guess for me being like um I guess being in business, like being in a startup, starting your own company and having like a product and different things, like we have like what they call an MVP, a minimal viable product. Like you gotta get the MVP out there, get people to test it, so the more people test it, then they give you feedback, then you learn from that, and you can make it better. It's like the Steve Jobs called it the rock polishing. You get a rock and the more it tumbles, it's the smoother it gets. But you're not gonna go pick a smooth rock up outside every time. More times than not, it's gonna be kind of rough. So you
you're right.
need to have that tumble, that iteration. So, I mean, it's all part of the process. Going from 0 to 100 like that ain't gonna be, but
You're
it's just
so
kind of
right.
it's shifting your mind in a sense. But you have to know that like I'm putting this out there. I know it's not 100, but the feedback that I'm gonna get from it is gonna help me shape it to get to where I want it to be, or even better. Um,
Oh, Scorpio, come on. I needed to hear that.
yeah. So like,
It's like a crystal. Like a crystal has to be, you tumble it, you all of that, and you buff it until it shines. It doesn't look like that coming out of the earth.
yeah, no, yeah, right now it's raw, you know what I'm saying? So, and some people like the rawness too, so and some people like the smooth. I like both, I got some.
No, some people like the raw, and some people like the smooth.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody, it's not always negative, even you may not like it, but what you're doing,
Somebody don't like it.
somebody's gonna like it, and then it'll get better
No,
too.
don't
No, but
you just spoke a word. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like if you know that this is my best, like I'm not putting out BS or something that's,
yeah,
like this is my best right now,
Right now, that's the key. Yeah,
Yeah, right now.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like you said it
Okay.
earlier, well, you was like if you do it with intention or you do it with that belief, you ain't it's only gonna go up from there, because
But you know, I like shiny things and crystals and stuff. When you use that rock analogy,
yeah,
I
that's when
get
that,
it.
that's the light
Like
bulb that click. It's like ah,
it don't come out the earth all shining and glistening.
yeah. So
You're
yeah,
right.
just take that approach with most of the other stuff, because I mean that's something you can relate to. So it may be more likely to stick. You're like, you know what? Once you about to
That's gonna help me
come
be
up come up with that
consistent.
idea, just rock polish and rock. It's time to rock polish. That's all it is. It's time to rock polish.
You're right. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean that's the beauty of like I mean that's why I like doing these too, like just because
Hmm.
we bouncing, ideas, thoughts, concepts, but just
Motivating each
yeah,
other.
and just like the different things, exposing like me and you, but exposing like the audience, the community to just different things, because I mean I'm real big on having an open mind and the more you know, the more you don't know. So, like and breaking generational curse, but not even generation, but just breaking like societal agreements, which is one of the questions we're gonna get to.
Okay.
But yeah, well, I guess I could just ask it since I'm on it. I'm just gonna skip two and go to three right now. Like, what's like a common belief or accepted knowledge that you currently like reworking or kind of questioning?
Ooh, ask me that again.
What's a common belief or faith or accepted knowledge, that you may have been brought up in or you may have like learned or that now you kind of like questioning or you maybe like just kind of reworking the concept or the idea of it. Like maybe that's not exactly what I thought, or
Oh,
maybe this ain't exactly what they told me. Kind of how we were saying, like parents
mhm.
bring, we didn't choose none of the stuff that we didn't choose our names, our parents' names. We didn't choose the religion our parents brought up in the, we didn't. So like a lot of stuff we didn't choose. We just stuck with it because it was comfortable or whatnot. But so I mean, even like society stuff, like get a job, get a house, picket fence,
Yeah.
dog. That's the American dream. Like maybe that's not the dream, Like some people that might be a nightmare, But like so, just any, kind of like along those lines. Like what's anything like that you kind of like?
It's so much. Recently, it's okay to want more. Because
Yeah.
I want more than what I have right now, it doesn't mean that I'm not grateful for what I have. It's not me being disrespectful. It's not me being ungrateful. It's me thanking God for what I have, but understanding that I can have more. And it's okay to want more. It's okay to ask for more. I was raised, you don't ask, you just accept what it is. And now I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm not gonna do that. No. I
Now
know
we,
what I
yeah,
deserve. If God didn't give me this desire, if I have this desire, God gave it to me for a reason. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm trying to do something that's productive for myself, my community, my peers, like it's why can't I ask for more?
yeah, that's a good one. I haven't heard that one yet. I mean, that's a good one because I mean, what you just described, like a lot of times when I talk to people, it always come up like the slave mentality. You take what you get and you don't ask them like, and they kind of demonize like that wanting more. They try to call it
Yeah,
selfish or all these they have all these
yeah,
different names and different things for it, but it's really not.
it's
Um,
not.
it's really not because I mean, really, it just leads to complacency or or
Yeah.
they keep you comfortable. I'm real big
And
on
then
like
you're,
the powers that be
mm,
trying to control you. Like it's easy to control people that's comfortable or take what you get, because in fear of losing that. Like, why would you? want to leave this job and go pursue this dream when you got it good right here, da 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 da. Because
It's like, why not?
yeah, why not? But it's but yeah, no, that's a. I mean, yeah, that's a good
Like,
one.
I had that bad, and I just came to this realization this week, actually.
Better late than
It's
never.
one of the YouTubers that I watch. I forgot her name, but she was like, and it was just the way that she said it. She was like, "It's okay to want more. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's okay. Like you, if God is in me, and
Yeah.
God is all knowing, all seeing, all powerful, why wouldn't I want more?"
I mean, and we speak about abundance. I mean, there's nothing abundant about not wanting more or not, working
Right.
for more or something in the
Or
right time.
living,
Yeah.
in a lack or scarcity mindset.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. And then so two, but just the last one now, like what's something you wanna I mean, you can just pick one, but like what's something you want to do more of or do less of?
Mm, You already know. I need to stay consistent with working out. Like my
Mm,
eating is cool, but that doesn't really mean anything if I don't work out. It goes in waves, you
yeah,
know. But yeah, just to be more consistent
yeah.
around the board. Yeah.
What kind of diet you got now? You are you on like a any kind of special diet or you just eating like, like a lot of people I be
I have
talking to
to watch
folk
my
and
sugar.
they be like, "Hey, I've been vegan for 2 years." I'm like, "Damn, when? Like what?" Yeah, just making sure you ain't went full vegetarian, and I'm like, hold on, what's that?
Oreo, did you know Oreos are vegan?
But it's so much stuff that's considered vegan that's technically not really the best of foods for you.
Right.
But a lot of people are like, well, I'm vegan, and then they still, like
Eat
not,
Oreos.
yeah, they still eating Oreos and fried everything, fried cauliflower, fried broccoli, fried Oreos at the state fair. Like that's not the point right there, Like to your point,
Mhm.
you kind of cut out the sugars or the refined foods and fats and stuff. Like that's the point of eating like fresh
Mhm.
foods, I guess. But
Yeah.
they look at
The
it as no meat.
biggest, yeah. Oh, I love meat.
Oh yeah, I
Well, I
did.
love steak, and I'm like if I eat spinach and steak. But a game changer for me has been I don't buy bread on the shelf. I buy
Mm.
bread from the bakery.
Okay, yeah, like the fresh bread that be damn
And
near
I don't,
open.
yeah, I can't explain it, but it just like I've noticed a difference.
Now, how your
Like
body feel?
it's like I don't need to eat as much.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now
Yeah,
we bought a lot of. I mean, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I do notice that we've been buying like a lot of like the fresh baked breads. Cause be over there fucking slicing the shit with the little bread cutter knife and
bread.
stuff.
And
Yeah, I mean like, man, what we need to go get some sliced bread? I'm over
I
here.
like the sliced sourdough.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Hmm.
Sprouts right across around the corner from us that has. I mean, sourdough they made like a comeback. I don't remember seeing as much sourdough like bread or variety ever now. But I go to the grocery store. That's all I see now.
It's
It's like sourdough.
delicious. It's delicious.
Yeah, no, bread be hitting. But
Yeah.
no, well, I appreciate it. I know, get your beauty sleep in this mug. You probably so you had that creative mind a weekend. You off this weekend or you gotta go to work?
No, I'm off on the weekend.
Oh, good, good.
I'm commuting to work now, so it's like, oh my God. I was working from home for 5 years. I have to leave an hour early before I have to be there. It's so
Oh man.
ghetto, but I'm
Yeah.
grateful.
But you be listening to audiobooks or something while you're in traffic, or you just be
Yeah,
YouTube or anything?
um, but I'm a YouTuber, so I'm always listening to YouTube. So like podcasts, I'll be
Yeah.
listening to yours, books, interviews, whatever, music.
And what's your favorite podcast right now?
You know, Funky Dineva.
What
You
is
may
it?
not know. It's his name is Funky Dineva. He used to dress in drag.
Uh-huh.
but I've been following him for like 10 years,
Jelly
and
might
he
know him.
has, yeah, and he has a nightly show. And I just love his wordplay. It's like a community he's built. So I love him, Funky Dineva. And I listen to a lot of spiritual stuff. I can't even
Is it
give you a
spiritual,
person that
like religious spiritual stuff, or is it spiritual stuff like on the
like the
paranormal type
occult.
stuff? Cult, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can't even give you a name right now.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
just like random art of the dialogue, especially when the
yeah.
Puffy situation and stuff, Gene Deal and all. Yeah.
And that Puffy documentary was wild.
Man, I literally had to burn sage after that.
Like my eyes, my ear, my mind.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did what?
yeah, that boy was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
and he got away with it for years.
Yeah.
Like nobody would. I mean, the people around him was part of the reason. They was complicit in allowing. They was down
I
enabling him.
heard 50 got a second part. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, but he said he got more stuff that he could do a second part. I'm not sure if he gonna actually do a second part, but and he said it's worse than whatever was in this
Oh
one.
my God.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I mean,
Mm,
yeah, that's one of them people like I don't know. Yeah, so
mm-mm.
that's a whole nother podcast in itself. But that's
Right,
yeah, you
right.
going into like the psychology of people and with money and how they
Mm.
was before, and the
Well,
inadequate feeling inadequate. Then you get 200 quarter billion dollars and you start having power trips and shit. That's like a lot.
Scorpio, Puffy is a Scorpio too. He's like that low vibrational Scorpio.
He under the thin layer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
just
got to
doing
be.
things because you can get away with it. Like, why would you do that? And I didn't understand, like, it's one thing not to like someone, but he would be like, I don't like him. I want to kill him. Like, who does that?
Like, dang. Like that, like,
Like,
golly.
how do you go from 0 to 100? Like, yeah, I want
Yeah.
to kill him. Like,
He got no regard for human life.
nothing. Right.
Yeah, that's a wild boy. No, but where can the people find you at some of your works and stuff? You talked about dating nightmares, the YouTube, or social media. Like, where can they find you?
Yeah. My YouTube channel is Miss Kysa. That's MissKysa. And my socials are that as well. Miss Kysa on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Kysa Siovan, Siovan. And yeah,
That's
if
how
you
you say
like,
that. I've been saying your last name wrong all these years.
it's not my last name. That's my stage name.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I've been saying your stage name wrong all these years
Why you
still. Though.
saying it?
I don't know, I ain't been putting no sh. That's like sh. I've been saying like Savian or something. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what the hell I've been saying. I told you, man.
Yeah,
The
it's
podcast is
Siobhan.
helping my literary auditory abilities.
Yes, it's Siobhan.
Okay, yeah. Now I'll put the links and stuff in the description and whatnot, and tag you and all that. Get it
Okay,
all rolled out. But no,
this
well,
was fun.
yeah, I appreciate you taking the time, especially kind of short notice. I was just looking at
Yeah.
February rolling out. I